Nice thing about, you know, helping people through hell and diving in, if people ask for help in prayer and you say, okay, let's go do this. And last night when I said that, try to get some sleep, I could not sleep at all. My brain I couldn't shut it up. I was like, God, that was driving me nuts. But then I didn't let it bother me. I said, eventually I'll go to sleep. And then I'll sleep and I'll wake up. And it changed my patterns. My patterns have been going close to sleep around midnight. And then falling asleep in about an hour and waking up at 5 and then trying to go back to sleep to stay rested. And because you need lots of rest and sleep, especially when you have respiratory issues because of the ecosystem not reacting well because of increased economic aggressive behaviors that are unhealthy for the planet and the people and stuff. And so you get when this stuff, when it first starts, when you understand just how sinister and disgusting and manipulative and evil people that perform genocide through manipulation are, you don't get panicky, but you get like, why are they doing this? And then you get into it almost where you're like having to have a strategy, how to fight and how to beat them and stuff. And then you realize it's not necessary. Life is eternal, grace is infinite. Thoughts, language, and actions have to be perfect, like a command for a computer program, right? So when you say things like, that one little commercial with the one little girl who says, everybody wants that white, perfect Hollywood smile. It's like, that's not true. That's not true. I want to be able to keep my teeth as clean as I can and as healthy as I can, and looking, not with lime deposits or tobacco stains or stuff like that, because I want to be a healthy person. I do want that, but not everybody wants that. Some people aren't happy with life and want to find ways to kill themselves and die. Okay? Some people, and I realized that right off the bat when I was in Sierra Vista, Arizona. And there was a song I liked a lot as a kid called by Baseline with Robert Palmer, called Every Kind of People. And every man's the same. He wants the sun. I don't want the sunshine in my name. No. Someone's looking for a lead to a king or a duty to his creed. I don't have that either. I don't have a creed. If my people aren't, if I have a family and they're not standing up for the Lord's Prayer, they've abandoned the faith of the Lord and they're not being my people. My people are people that understand the eternal perfection of the love of the Lord and have faith in infinite glory so we can live eternally respectful and truthful and very perfect Job and Jonah and Jesus type lives. So, when you say things, I used to have that problem with a lot of my professors, especially Professor Hendricks at ASU. She'd make all these blanket, and Professor Hendricks would do it, is a lot of the black history courses and the black this, they'd make all these general blanket statements. White people act like this, black people act like that. And it's like, you can't say that. Okay? Not all white people do this. Not all black people are like that. Okay? These might be tribal traditions, similarities, reactions, but you can't make blanket statements infuriating people to be angry at people because of their differences. Okay, you have to sit there and you have to examine yourself and why you're reacting and the way language is. Not everybody wants white teeth, to be a superstar. We all need a healthy planet and healthy, truthful, faithful human beings in order to subsist a life of sacrifice. It says that in the book of Revelation, right? We all need that. Your wants don't matter when it comes to what is necessary to sustain the life of sacrifice on planet Earth, like it discusses in the book of Revelation, right? So what you need takes precedence over anything you want, right? You can want to be on this Angus beef hot dog commercial with the guy smiling because he's eating the hot dog ballpark, fake baseball season, sell the thing, sell the Volt whatever thing, and the guy's walking his dad in a wheelchair up there, and it's just relieving the pain for the Voltaren arthritis pain. Your arthritis pain is most likely agitated by toxins and stress. Okay, you forgive debt and trespass, love one eternal faithful peace. You're going to alleviate a lot of toxins and stress, and you're going to need less Voltaren. You don't need the the stuff for the dryer and the washer to make your clothes smell really good. You can get through life without your clothes smelling like chemicals that make you think, oh, they smell so clean and fresh. Flowers are fresh. Flowers don't last. All right. We get flowers for about a month. In the spring, yeah, it's maybe about 2 months, a little bit. From about April to the end of June, and then they die off, and I cut the buds off and stuff. And I get oxygen from the leaves. Okay. But then we don't get a lot of other flowers. Some of them bud some more, some don't. And then again in the fall, when I cut back the buds, we get a second flower bud. We get second thing of flowers in the early fall and even up into winter. Me and Dad have a lot of times where we got pictures on our Facebook where we have snow and the roses blooming here in New Mexico. It's really pretty. It's really nice. I love flowers, right? But you got to understand that that's fresh, and that's not lasting. The gain and the downy and all that stuff, that's just pretending to be like flowers, but it's chemicals. It's not the real thing. It's not the real deal. Okay, so let nature be nature, and don't try to simulate nature through chemicals to make us feel like we're getting something we're not. That's not always there every day. I don't cut flowers and put them in a vase. Okay. I grow flowers, I enjoy them, and then I make sure that we have the environment. I get the stuff that comes through with the irrigations that Buddies and the guys do, and I rake up some of it. I put it in the flower beds every year. So we have healthier bees and pollinators, and healthier hummingbirds and birds. And Dad loves it. He loves the tanagers. He's a bird watcher. He sees tanagers. He does like me. He'll sit out the window, and when he exercises, he watches the female. We saw the yellow female tanager, bunch of red, different kinds of tanagers. We get the hemsepic or whatever, and and we get the finches, and so we get a lot of really cool birds coming in here because we set up the conditions and that's why we built the patio, and he's building bird ladders for them to have little things. We do this because we like being able to have a sanctuary in this thing where all these psychotic, genocidal, money-grubbing, crazy people live. Right. And I understand it's a relative group process, like Ava Gavor with Eddie Arnold, and me. If you study, I was talking to Dad about it earlier, he kind of hushed me up, but I was like, Dad, if you study things like New York and Chicago, and you study the history of the high-rise building and being at the top of the high-rise, and so the rich people in the penthouse can be above all the poison from the chemical poisoning through the extortion, exploitation, and the disgustingness of Standard Oil and Ford and so forth, and the Vanderbilts and the great that built America. They can sit there and watch all the people that they exploit to death die below them. It's kind of a lot like the Titanic, And another thing about the Titanic is like Indiana Jones. Okay, and Pancho was right about that. She dies and then she goes, irregardless, okay, if she had gone slumming and had sex with Jack, okay, he didn't save her life. Because she hadn't been slumming and having sex with him in the back of that car, she would have been with Kathy Bates and Billy Zane, and she would have been in the lifeboats, and Jack still would have drowned and died. He might have lived if she hadn't been using him for sex to be slumming so she could have sex with a hot guy that made her feel important instead of like that rich guy's arm candy. Okay, so it didn't matter, and her throwing the rock in there. And Ponch is right. She should have focused more on her husband and the children she had than her slumming with Jack. Because whether she slept with him or didn't, he probably might have lived because he would have had that door to float on instead of her. She would have been in the lifeboats with Kathy Bates and Billy Zane. So that movie, when you look right down to it, it's kind of fucked. So all you romantic people about near, far, however you are, get yourself together, do the math on it, and figure out how to live right, live the Lord's Prayer, and stop looking at those over-the-top melodrama bullshit movies as sad or romantic. All right? Romance is living faithful love.